What's his name?
Old boy.
Old boy.
Yeah, it's great.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Let's get it. Yeah. I be counting so much that my hands tired. Never scared of high stakes like a vampire. I be like a campfire. No, I'm not in the my hands tied. I'm that guy. You be saving them. You a flash drive. Tell them I ain't wasting no time. Put that pen to that pad like a scantron. I be counting so much that my hands tired. Never scared of high stakes like a vampire. I be like a campfire. No, I'm not in the my hands tied. I'm that guy. You be saving them. You a flash drive. Tell them I ain't wasting no time. Put that pen to that pad like a scantron. Man, I'm minding my business. My franchise. I've been like I'm mankind. Man, you think you can beat me? I'm live, man. These losing it. Man, it's and this sweat every line, man. I seen it for real with my eyes. I could look like a lottery grand prize, but I'm probably the humblest guy. I ain't really type that will speak on it. I walk on a beat, put my feet on it. It's easy to, I don't reach for it. Then I kick back like it recoil. Y'all hating a lot, swear they be faking a lot. I stray away from the ops. They like to fixate, they just like my mixtape. They can't wait for the drop. Been counting so much that my hands tired. Never scared of high stakes like a vampire. I be like a campfire. No, I'm not in the my hands tied. I'm that guy. You be saving them. You a flash drive. Tell them I ain't wasting no time. Put my pen to that pad like a scantron. I be counting so much that my hands tied.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. The professor out there with Vincent. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. And for the Pelicans, they've got Jackson Hayes. Bledsoe is out there with Ball. Then it's Ingram. And it's Adams in at the 5. Midway through the season, are teams, Brent, still trying to find their identity and evolve, or is it just a matter of building on what you've already got?
I think at this point you already know what you got, Kevin, and so what you want to do, I want to be the best at what it is that I can do, and that's where I think coaching staffs are focused right now.
The shot's good from the professor.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And there was so much hoopla around Ball when he first entered the league. But lately, a lot of that seems to have died down.
I feel like it's settling in, and the change of scenery for Lonzo Ball after being number 2 and being in Los Angeles and being home. Maybe being away has been the best thing for him to start to focus on the task at hand. 6'10", quick off the floor, and Davis on the interior now doing damage.
The pass to Ingram. Over James, and Ingram with the basket on the assist by Hayes.
And that mid-range spot is so sweet for him.
Down low, here's Davis, and Davis throws it down.
So you're going to give AD that kind of room? Well, here's the payoff for that.
And here is Ball. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Well, that's how to protect the rim. without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game right now. And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Poked away. And here comes the break. Here's the Professor. Makes it off the glass. The Professor's got 5 points so far.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
To the paint. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Now let's find out what head coach Stan Van Gundy had to say to David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, he said for them to prevail, they've got to be stout in the post and close off those driving lanes. If they fail to do those two things, it could be a very long night. And to be honest, it didn't sound like he thought they could.
Thanks so much, David. Adams, the pass to Bledsoe. 5 to shoot. From outside the arc, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, watching that game quarter to quarter, they sped up, they slowed down, but they executed in every facet. And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
And Ingram gets so much better when he gets that aggressive.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Count the basket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Yeah, but when you shoot a percentage in the low 30s as a team, and they did that in that game, it is just not going to be your night.
Yeah, you check the stat sheet and you can dominate just about every other facet of the game, but it's not going to make up for anything if you shoot the ball at such a low percentage.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And the Pelicans miss again.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are three guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible, and I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Pelicans trail by 6. The Professor passes to Kuzma. Pelicans with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And if you had to point to one problem in that game, it was their rebounding. Flat out terrible.
I think you can be a little bit rattled when you lose the physical battle as badly as they did in that game. That can be tough to shake off. So it's a matter of getting over those doubts and finding yourself again. Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's the Professor. What a tremendous game he played against Houston. And that one is hammered home.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. Lakers leading by 6. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Got it. Good job in the low post.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Marc Gasol's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. The shot's good from the Professor. The Professor's got 17.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Marshall passes to Brazdeikis. That shot off. Great D that time from Harrell. Here's the Professor. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. With 1 on the clock, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to... Well, Greg, we know he's already a solid scorer, but Kyle...
Biggest area of growth would definitely be on the...
Now having played with superstars, Kuzma is learning what it takes to win.
He's getting only so many shots per game, so I applaud him for finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
They've got Hart, and it's Marshall in at the center position. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Professor in that last outing against the Rockets had a huge night. He had 42 points, and his passing was just incredible. He piled up an impressive number of assists. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his...
1:53 left in the first half. And now the Pelicans on the break.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's the Professor. 22 points for him. James outside. Shot clock at 6. It's picked off. And now the Pelicans on the break. And Davis pulls it down.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
James dishes to Davis. Over Ingram. 1:03 left in the first half of basketball. Here's the Professor. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And here's the fast break. Davis leading the way, and the shot goes in.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Marshall, he's checked in for New Orleans. Josh Hart comes in for Brandon Ingram. Free throw good, LeBron.
And it's the all-around game of LeBron James. Dominant scorer, great rebounder, incredible passer, and an intense defender when he wants to be.
30 seconds left in the first half. The rebound by Gasol. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. It's good from long range. Horton Tucker's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Lakers. Free throw line jump shot. Kept alive. Marshall goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Marshall's got his first 2 points of the night.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers closing out the quarter. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from the professor.
Yeah, the passing he brings to the table on full display through the first 2 quarters.
Doing a great job of just setting guys up and demonstrating just how important ball movement can be.
We've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Vincent is out there with the professor, and it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Vincent misses. Pelicans trail by 18. 3-on-3, and he's going up for the alley-oop.
Bledsoe has been shown and known to be a scorer in this league, but he will play unselfish. Made the right play there.
And Eric Bledsoe, a special kind of athlete.
And 3 separate knee surgeries in the rear view, but still so fast, his teammates call him Ferrari. The way he's built, a muscle car might be more accurate.
To the left wing, Vincent the pass to the professor, and Ball comes to help. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
And here are the Pelicans now. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And Ball slams it in.
You got to slow him down. If he gets ahead of speed like that and measures those steps, Lonzo's going to throw it down.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the games, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
There's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree.
And Bones, one of the things you're seeing from Ingram is his improved strength, something he's worked on now for a while.
Yeah, B.I. has talked about eating 6 meals a day back in college and still coming into the league at 190 pounds. But eventually, that metabolism's going to slow down. And if you keep putting in that kind of work, the incremental improvements are going to speed up. We've been seeing that from Brandon Ingram.
Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Bledsoe.
How about the quickness of Bledsoe? Excels at leaking out and scoring off the fast break situation. Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
In the corner, it's Ingram. Pass to Adams. Lakers leading by 12. Here's the professor. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists now in this one.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. We've seen the professor really having a great game. The Pelicans have made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Passes to Horton Tucker. The tray. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Ingram passes to Brazdeikis. New Orleans moving the ball around. Pass to Hart. Now here's Ingram. He's guarded closely. They shoot again. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And the pass to Kuzma. Here's Horton Tucker. Jacks up a 3. No good. And so it's Los Angeles up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Hart is out there with Ingram. Then there's Hayes, and it's Alexander Walker in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. The shot's good from the professor.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Here's Ingram. That one, no good. And the Lakers take it the other way. 22 is their biggest lead.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
You'd love to bottle up the energy that Harrell plays for. Hustle points coming through.
And the professor picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. New Orleans making a switch here. Bledsoe's checked in. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Lakers. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
But Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Adams, he's checked in for Hart. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Lakers leading by 11. The professor passes to Harrell. Here's Horton Tucker. He's covered by Ingram. He gets that one. And that's 31 points for the professor.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
Vincent's checked in for Los Angeles. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Bledsoe right side. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, he knows he's going to get bodied, but Eric Bledsoe pays it no mind. Wow, what a hoop there.
The professor passes to Harrell. Here's the professor. He kicks to James. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Bledsoe passes to Adams. Pulls it from the elbow. Buries the jump shot. He's got 20.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him. Allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
And Harrell slams it in.
Harrell did everything he could there to try to get the and one opportunity. Let's see if he can knock down some free throws.
Lonzo Ball is checked in for the Pelicans. That's good from Harrell.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Adams outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ball. Adams trying to free himself up. A rebound by the Lakers. Davis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Ingram misses off the right iron.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Pass to Vincent. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
The Lakers making a switch here. Marc Gasol's checked in for Harrell. Jake Layman comes in for Davis. Tony Snell's checked in for James. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Vincent. Marshall brings the double team. Passes it to the professor. Shot from free throw range. Lets it go with a 3. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here's Macy. A 3-pointer off the mark. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And this will push their record to 39 wins and a good effort tonight.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for the professor.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way too.
New Orleans making a switch here. Brazdeikis is checked in. Neely's checked in for the Lakers. Out left to the wing. Here's the professor, defended by Macy. To the middle. Gasol passes to the professor.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Macy. The rebound by Gasol. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
and they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you later.
What's his name?
Old boy.
Old boy.
Yeah, it's great.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Been did it, yeah, yeah. I be counting so much that my hands tired. Never scared of high stakes like a vampire. I be like a campfire. No, I'm not in the my hands tied. I'm that guy. You be saving them. You a flash drive. Tell them I ain't wasting no time. Put that pen to that pad like a scan truck. I be counting so much that my hands tired. Never scared of high stakes like a vampire. I be like a campfire. No, I'm not in the my hands tied. I'm that guy. You be saving them. You a flash drive. Tell them I ain't wasting no time. Put that pen to that pad like a scan truck. Man, I'm minding my business. My franchise. I've been like I'm mankind. Man, you think you can beat me? I'm live, man. These losing their mind. Man, this and this sweat every line. Man, I seen it for real with my eyes. I could look like a lottery. Grand prize, but I'm probably the humblest. I ain't really type that will speak on it. I walk on a beat, put my feet on it. It's easy to, I don't reach for it. Then I kick back like a recoil. Y'all hating a lot, swear they be faking a lot. I stray away from the ops. They like to fixate, they just like my mixtape. They can't wait for the drop. Been counting so much that my hands tired. Never scared of high stakes like a vampire. I be like a campfire. No, I'm not in the my hands tied. I'm that guy. guy. You be saving them, you a flash drive. Tell them I ain't wasting no time. Put my pen to that pad like a Scantron. I be counting so much that my hands tied. Never scared of high stakes like a vampire. I be like a campfire. No, I'm not in the my hands tied. I'm that guy. You be saving them, you a flash drive. Tell them I ain't wasting no time. Put my pen to that pad like a Scantron. Be running the mouth. Why they mad? Cause I'm flying handouts. I don't sag. Won't catch me with my Nazi stand up, turn them. Having cash, why your hand out? Cut the family tree.
Hey, Kevin, we all are well aware.
Everyone talks about the Heat culture. It is special. David, thank you. And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. The professor out there with Vincent. And it's Drummond in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Heat, in the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Hero in at the shooting guard position. Hits the three-point bomb. When you think back, some of the best centers ever to patrol the paint wore a Lakers jersey. Go right on down the line, Shaq. What did it mean to carry on that big man tradition with that franchise?
Well, I knew no matter what I did at the Laker franchise, I was going to be number 4. George Mikan, rest in peace. Wilt Chamberlain, rest in peace. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I just wanted to be in those categories, and I think I am number 4.
Well, you're humble, but, I mean, there's very little separation with those 4 players.
Listen, at the end of the day, Shaq's an all-time great, and he knows it. But in all fairness, as are those guys. And I always tell people it's not fair to try to compare eras. You can only dominate what's in front of you, and all 4 of those guys have dominated.
I like that. I'm going to have to...
You can use that.
No, I'm not going to use it. I'm going to take it.
No, it's already patented.
No. Well, I own the patent company.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Here's the professor. No good off the back of the rim.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
Jack, you always play with a lot of passion. Is it possible to play with so much fire that gets the best out of you? And if so, who in the league sometimes crosses that line and has too much of whatever that is inside that drives your pitch?
You know, Greg, when we were playing, there's only one guy, Kevin Garnett. But now in this era, you got to go with Russell Westbrook, Draymond Green, and Kyrie Irving.
Here's Hero after the made shot from the professor. Butler passes to Hero. Just 5 to shoot. From the arc. Miami no good on that time either.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Miami's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Miami no good on that time either. Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to the Boston Celtics. The shot's good from the professor.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
The Heat trail by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
Shaq, everyone knows how dominant you were in the offensive end, but do you think you get enough credit for what you did on the defensive side of things?
Well, first of all, Mr. Kevin Harlan, I'm not known for defense, even though I was a 3-time all-defensive second team.
I knew that.
It's a reason I'm on second team. I am not worried about playing defense. However, I averaged 3 or more block shots twice a night.
And that's a pretty good number. It's good enough to get you 4.
And you could argue that his best defense was his offense.
Sure. Exactly.
You can steal that one, too.
I am.
How many of that? You have like 5 of those now,
3.
right?
I got 3.
Okay, good. Trying to get open is Davis. That one finds the mark on target from the professor.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Outside Butler, puts it up, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
That's a no hesitation from Butler right there. You got to appreciate how assertive he is.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. The professor passes to James. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yes, the defense sees James with the ball and assumes he's a shooter. But you know him, he exploits the defense to always find that assist.
And something that all players have to deal with, Shaq, the wear and tear of the NBA season. Talk about the ways you cope with that physical toll.
Well, over time, you just have to learn what you can and can't get away with. Nutrition has to be a factor into that. Training has become a bigger part of the game for everyone. So,
what about nutrition? When did that become for you like an everyday thing that you always thought about?
When I got older. Because when I was young, I could eat anything and move. But as soon as I got the taste of being old, it wasn't the same. I just knew I had to change.
Here's the professor. Heat knocking down the tray. There's 1:47 left to play here in the first. Lee against Harrell. Lee outside. Akawa, the pass to Dinwiddie. Lee with the ball. For three. Kuzma pulls it in. Lakers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Here's the professor. The Lakers rebound. Bounce pass, Harrell. Here's the professor. Oh, that's blocked. Dinwiddie outside. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Here's Craig. No points in the game yet for him. Lee outside. Pass to Dinwiddie. From deep. Rebound by Harrell.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Miami trailing. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Dinwiddie outside. That doesn't go either for Dinwiddie.
His touch has been off tonight, and now his judgment is off too. I mean, come on. It's not a smart shot.
And the shot goes in from the professor.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Guarded closely. Shoots the three. It doesn't go for him. And that does it for the first quarter. Los Angeles on top, up by 4. Back after this from the American Air. And we spoke with Jimmy Butler not too long ago.
These guys work so hard and they're young.
Well, Greg, it sounds like Butler has found happiness.
You know, people don't talk enough about fit. It's important to be in an organization and a system that maximizes your abilities. Butler is playing some of the best ball in his life and making everyone around him better.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
We've got Lee, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point. So that's who Miami starts the second with. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the professor in that last outing against the Pelicans was all business. He had 44 points, and he was in a groove all game long from both the free throw line and behind the arc. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
I think he will, because he takes being a leader seriously, and it shows in how he approaches things at both ends of the floor.
Well, Jimmy Butler seems to be in the prime of his career. Shaq, I know you love the passion with which he approaches the game.
Yes, he does not cheat you with his effort at either end of the court, offensively and defensively. And listen, at times, look, he's rubbed the teammates the wrong way, but he's all about winning. You got to love his approach.
And you could argue, honestly, when you're competing for championships, you should rub a teammate the wrong way from time to time. It's about holding guys accountable.
And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They were flat out sniping from deep. They look very comfortable pulling the trigger on the road.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Adebayo. And so it's Los Angeles taking it. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from the professor.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Yeah, I mean, showing that tenacity both mentally and physically.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Vincent is out there with the professor, and it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Offensive rebound, Adebayo, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Adebayo's got 8 points.
Second chance points kill you. It's a strength of Adebayo picking up the garbage and putting it in. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Dinwiddie's shot is off.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
No good. That's the first shot from the floor he's missed. 5 for 6.
Wow, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found a mark. It's been a good start.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. To the inside. Drummond trying to get himself free.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Goes back up. And Adebayo with the lay-in. Adebayo's got 4 points this quarter.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up. Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
Outside Butler. Here's Hero. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for the Heat. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Horton Tucker's checked in. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Dinwiddie finds Olynyk. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Kelly Olynyk, from a basketball family, his father a successful coach, his mother a scorekeeper. He's grown up around the game.
And so Olynyk nails both of them. Lakers leading by 21. Inside. Deflects the pass. Horton Tucker, that's good.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Dinwiddie. Off target from three-point range.
Did a lot of damage from three-point range in the first half, but so far in the second, he hasn't done a thing.
Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
You know, he's such a graceful athlete who's willing to mix it up on the glass. AD is great at creating second chance opportunities.
Dinwiddie outside. Kicks to Butler. From 12 feet out, and it's sent back by Drummond.
An intimidating big man with physical tools that are hard to come by. Drummond loves to send shots away.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's the professor. Dinwiddie covering. Here's the professor. Plays it up off the glass. The professor's got 26.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And the Heat call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Marc Gasol's checked in for Drummond. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Anthony Davis. And Kyle Kuzma's subbed in for James. Shots good by Lee.
With an advanced understanding of the game, Butler reads the floor perfectly.
To the left side wing. Kuzma outside. They double him with Butler. Kuzma passes to the professor. And it's good for 2. The professor's got 8 points here in this quarter. And for the Heat, they're shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Butler, no good. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Lakers. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. They're in the midst of this long 6-game road trip. That will be game 4. Tony Snell's checked in for the Lakers. Los Angeles shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Craig can't get it to go. And Los Angeles guys shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting on all cylinders.
Nice work on the glass, but his defense was even better. Really has an impact on that shot.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Six on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. That shot no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Achua. Lee up top. He has 6. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Gasol. The Lakers controlling the game. Here's the professor. Banked in off the glass. The professor's got 14 points now in the second half.
Oh, great feed by Snell. I mean, using that experience he's gained in this league to see the court well.
Campazzo knocks down the 3 ball. It could go, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a massive lead of 30 points here. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
Yeah, he put it on.
Changes for the Lakers. Jake Layman comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And the professor subbed in for Neely.
And call Caldwell Pope is a guy you cannot leave open at any time. Just a very good shooter from any spot on the floor.
In the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Hero passes to Adebayo.
He's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself, though.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Count that one.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
They swipe it. Here's the professor. Rips down the breakaway slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stump.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Here's the professor. Offensively, guys, he's been something else. Almost 40 points right now.
Every time he touches the ball, something good happens.
In the corner, Snell with it. To the paint. The shot's good from the professor.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Dinwiddie passes to Akala. Now Dinwiddie. Here's Olynyk. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's the professor. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. The professor's got 42 in the game.
If they close this win out, I know who my MVP is. His offensive performance tonight has been unreal.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Well, it's 7-1 division. Gasol staying aware. I mean, this guy's got game.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Olynyk. Down low. Good ball movement here by Miami. Back to Adebayo. Just 5 on the clock. There's the pass to Dinwiddie. His three-pointers off the mark. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for Los Angeles. The shot's good from the professor.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
For Miami, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Pass to Olynyk to the middle. Here's Adebayo. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Gasol. Here's the professor, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. The professor's got 48.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
To end the run, that one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Here's the professor, and yep, another basket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for the professor.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Okpala. Back to Dinwiddie. And Gasol sends it back.
Wow. Trying to challenge Gasol, big-time two-way player. He gets it done on both ends.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And so here is Miami. Here's Hero. And the layup's good off the glass.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Miami called for the foul. First free throw is good. Both free throws good from the Professor. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
What's his name? Old boy.
Old boy.
A spectacular side is here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. The Professor out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Drummond in at the 5. And for the Magic, Gary Harris is out there with Fultz. Then there's Carter, and it's Okeke in at the power forward. Well, Doris, it should be an interesting matchup in the low post. How do you see the battle of the bigs playing out in this one tonight?
Boy, what a classic low post strength-on-strength contest we are in for tonight. Now, that's more the exception than the norm these days. I'll tell you what, you give me some skilled big men on the box doing work, I'm all about that.
So the Orlando Magic able to put the first points up on the board. The Professor passes to James. Caldwell-Pope feeling it out a bit. 6 to shoot. Passes it to the Professor. Good, and the assist goes to James.
I love to see LeBron James work hard to get his teammates going. This guy is focused on everyone feeling good.
Now here is Harris. 11 points for him in that last game against Washington. Carter kicks to Fultz. Here's the teardrop, and he lays it up and in.
Perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I did speak earlier with the Magic's head coach, and we talked about Anthony Davis and his impact on the game. Coach was concerned about Davis's defensive presence as well. He told me you can't only worry about AD putting up points. He's also one of the elite rim protectors in the game. The guy does it all, and he's not wrong. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And Doris, one thing that's never been an issue for Fultz, that handle. Great at navigating in traffic for himself or creating opportunities for his teammates.
Right, Markelle is so adept at using change of pace, change of direction. It's a little bit of a herky-jerky motion. He'll lull you to sleep and then out of nowhere cross you over. This guy is fun to watch.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Now here's Fultz. Defense right on him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, Markelle Fultz continues to develop his floor awareness. Passes like that will create all kinds of chemistry.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the night.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Now here is Harris. Kicks it to Carter. Magic moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. Here's Fultz. Jennings wide open. Offline with his 3.
Ooh, couldn't quite get that one. 4 for 5.
The professor passes to Drummond. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And it's Jennings with the ball. He'll bring it up for Orlando. They trail by 1. Pass to Fultz. Harris looking it over. Looking for Fultz. He gets it in there. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, and this is why so many people are high on Fultz. That wasn't a petty. That wasn't a Manny. That was a facial.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And like the greats before him, AD has taken the time to develop all aspects of his game. You have to respect that.
Nailed from three-point land. Fultz has got 9 points.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Harrell up top, out to the wing. Here's Kuzma. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And Davis sends it back.
And wingspan, mobility, Davis is basically a shooter's nightmare. One of the great shot blockers in the league.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things at him, but he's been unstoppable.
Porter's checked in for Orlando. T.J. McConnell comes in for Fultz. And the Lakers also making a switch. Vincent's checked in. Here's Porter, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I think the thing I like best about Otto Porter, his versatility and long arms, because it allows him to impact the game in so many ways.
On the league, Doris, we're seeing plenty of small ball, but some teams are going big. If you were a coach at this point, which way do you think you'd lean?
Well, Kevin, I think the best coaches maximize the talent at their disposal. And sometimes a coach philosophically may believe in, I emphasize the three-point line. I want to eliminate all mid-range shooting. I want to get to the restricted area and the free throw line. I mean, to me, I love playing a high-tempo, wide-open floor game. Let's let the players show off all their skill.
Here's Trent after the made shot from the professor. There's the 3. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Kuzma passes to the professor. 1:11 left here in the first quarter. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And so here's Orlando. The Magic trail by 5. Pass to Trent. Back to McConnell. Outside Porter. Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Porter's got 5.
Well, shooters are necessary to win in this league, and Porter can provide that kind of floor spacing.
Here's the professor, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
The pass to Trent. Now here's Porter. McConnell passes to Anthony. And it's off from three-point range. Lakers leading by 4. To the inside. Here's the professor. Bamba with the block.
Well, this is one of Bamba's big-time strengths. Send it back mode.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. A little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma.
You know, for me, it's super cool. Just
the Magic. Jennings is checked in, and Anthony subbed in for Hampton. So for the Lakers right now, we've got Davis. Contavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with the professor. Then there's Harrell, and it's Horton Tucker in at the small forward position. Now here is Davis. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. To the middle, down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot's good from the professor.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell-Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Over to the wing. Bamba against Harrell. Here's Trent. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, the professor in that last outing against the Heat delivered a performance for the ages. He scored 54 points, and he was efficient out there, whether it was from the field or at the free throw line. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Inside. Up and in on the layup. Fultz has got 16.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Over to the left wing. Horton Tucker, the pass to the professor. He kicks to Harrell. Down low, the professor. Good for the basket, number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
I just love the moves of Fultz. No wasted motion, dribbles with purpose, easily getting to where he wants with the ball. And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. They'll double him with Harrell. Bamba wide open, and he fires. They grab their own miss. He gets it in there. Fultz has got 11 points in the quarter.
Right now, Markelle Fultz playing with a level of determination, grit, and perhaps most importantly, confidence.
Good on the bucket.
You can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And so it's Los Angeles. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. What a game we're seeing from the professor.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Magic, we've got Carter. Markelle Fultz out there with Gary Harris. And it's Jennings in at the small forward.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded. And I tell you, the Brow, he might be the best player in our league. With that reach, you just throw it up around the rim, and he's bringing it home.
Harris finds Carter. Fultz with the ball. And stolen by James. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. And LeBron throws it down.
Just fantastic defense by LeBron. You have to protect the ball or he's going to swipe it from you with his lightning quick hands.
You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
And it's Fultz with the ball for the Magic. 17-point game. Passes it to Carter. Back to Fultz. And here's Carter. Shot to stop the run. The Magic again can't hit.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Davis with the bucket.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Porter's checked in for Orlando. TJ McConnell comes in for Fultz. Lock at 6.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
It's good. Nice touch from the Professor. The Professor's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Now, here's McConnell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
No good from the Professor. The Magic trail by 21. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. The Magic making a switch here. Hampton's checked in. The Lakers on 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
That free throw good from Anthony. Los Angeles has got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The Professor passes to Harrell. To the paint. Here's the Professor. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Jennings. To the inside. Back to Anthony. Kicks it to Fultz. Takes a 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the court for the Lakers to start the 4th. Davis is out there with Layman. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's the Professor. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3, the small forward. And that one, good. And that's now 30 points for the Professor.
And for his position, Davis, a solid distributor. He's one of the league's most unique players.
Now here's Anthony. Here's Jennings. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And that one's good by Davis.
And this guy does it all. Davis is as complete an offensive player as we have in our league.
Here's Anthony. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. And the basket is good.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Layman pass to the Professor. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Here's Anthony. And Davis pulls it down for Los Angeles. They've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Right block shot. Again, Los Angeles.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Magic have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And here's Anthony for 3. The Lakers with the rebound.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Horton Tucker, the pass to the professor. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Right now, we're seeing more athletes willing to talk about mental challenges, be it depression or anxiety. And you know, Doris, the NBA is no exception. How encouraging do you find that?
Well, I think that whether NBA players or professional athletes in any sport know it or not, they are looked to as examples, as role models. And so I think everybody wins in this situation, Kevin. The players, the fans themselves, many of whom are dealing with the similar challenges. So, listen, life is not easy. Wherever you can get help, go and take it. I love this initiative from the NBA.
Stolen away. Hampton in the corner. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got 3 assists tonight.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Here's the professor. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for the Magic. The Lakers also making some changes. Gasol comes in for Drummond. And Tony Snell subbed in for Davis. Now, here's McConnell. Pass to Doherty. McConnell in the corner. Clock at 4. Here's Fernando. Rejected by Gasol.
This guy, the defensive anchor, Marc Gasol, twice on the pipes.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now, here's Hampton. Pass to Okeke. Fades back. And that one hits back iron.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Jake Layman. Now the pass to Gasol. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And with small ball catching on, it's the rare team, Doris, that looks to go big and play bully ball. Why hasn't that approach been more popular?
Well, to me, Kevin, the NBA game is one that's in constant evolution. So right now the emphasis is 3-point shooting, free throw opportunities, and restricted area opportunities. That seems to be the most efficient way to play the game of basketball. On the defensive end, what that requires is positionless players, guys in the post who can guard the perimeter, switchability. All the versatility you can bring to bear on the defensive end is significant, and so that's why bully ball becoming harder and harder to play in today's NBA.
Passes it to Doherty. He kicks it to Hampton. To the wing on the left, from past the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Gasol's got 5 rebounds tonight, and out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Jake Layman's checked in for the Lakers. Now McConnell. The teardrop falls in.
Boy, that's a beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Pass to Neely. Here's the professor. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Doherty.
And
one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the professor.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Takes the 3. Doesn't go for him. And Orlando the other way now. And now Orlando on the break. Here's Hampton. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Oh, what a pretty pass. Throw to the open spot. Lead your teammate perfectly.
There's 31 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Layman. 6 to shoot. Gets it to go. That one good from the professor. The professor's got 44.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Here's McConnell. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
What's his name? Old boy.
Old boy.
Yeah, it's great.
Hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with the professor, and it's Drummond in at the 5. And for the Hawks, Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. Trae Young is out there with Jackson, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot. Greg, the 2 words you and I don't like the most in this game, load management. Why do we see more of it now than when you played in the game?
A couple of things. I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people that work with the strength and conditioning. They determine if a guy is ready to go. Secondly, I would also say the contracts now, the investments that teams have in these assets, you want to try to prolong their careers as long as possible. And so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
You bring up some great points. Reddish's shot is good.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Drummond. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. The Hawks with a quick start to this game. The Lakers beat them last time when these 2 teams met in Los Angeles.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
Atlanta with the ball, following the bucket by the Lakers. Young's shot is off.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Young passes to Capella. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Over in the corner, Reddish. Passes to Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. Good on the three-point shot.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Hawks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Stolen away. Fast break. The Lakers. Davis has got the ball. It's good. And that ties it up.
Anthony Davis understands the value of points in transition, getting out and finishing on the break.
Pass to Collins. Kicks it to Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Davis. The Hawks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Jackson hits both of them. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Los Angeles. The professor passes to James. An easy 2 points on the layup.
You know, LeBron James is so strong and able to finish through contact because of it. You've got to wrap him up. You've got to get him before he gets that ball up in the shooting motion, because contact other than that doesn't bother him.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the rejection by Collins. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Just great anticipation by Young. He just sees the play developing, knows exactly where he wants to go with the ball.
Now here's James. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Magic in Orlando.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Alinari comes in for Collins. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Reddish. And it's Bogdanovich in for Jackson.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
And Kuzma slams it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam, because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot. And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Kuzma, and it falls over the rim and in.
The timing, the rhythm. Kuzma really does a nice job catching the defense off guard with those catch-and-shoot jumpers.
When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets, and he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
Here's Gallinari. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And with good height for a wing player, Gallinari gives defenders problems down low.
Here's the professor, defended by Young. The shot's good from the professor.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Well, it was the Hawks winning their last game against the Brooklyn Nets. A nice shot by Young.
The first thing that jumps out at you about Young, that seemingly limitless shooting range and the spacing that affords for this offense.
That one is good from the professor. The professor's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And Young, here we go. And he banks in the layup.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
pass to the professor. Powered down with both hands.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Now, here is Young. Turned in an outstanding game against Brooklyn. Yes, that goes in.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Here's the professor. Got a piece of it. Here's Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Solid in transition. Hunter's eyes light up when he gets a chance to finish one of those off. Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He comes away with a... The Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Here's Young. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. Jackson is out there with Young. And it's Capella in at the pivot, manning the middle. So that's the Hawks 5. The professor, yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got 3 assists in the game. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the professor in that last outing against the Magic delivered quite a performance. He had 44 points, and he did a great job of letting the game come to him, connecting on a number of his shots. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
This is as easy as it gets for Collins. Once he establishes position, the defense is toast. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. At the top of the key, Capella. 1:58 left to play in the first half. Young's shot is off. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Young pass to Collins. Jackson with it. Picked up by Davis. Back to Jackson. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
LeBron outside. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Pass to Horton Tucker. It's stolen by Capella. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And the wide open shot from Reddish. Nets the corner 3. Reddish has got 8 points.
Really surprised a little bit to see him drift out to the three-point line, but I guess I shouldn't be if he can stroke it like that.
They get a hand on it. Davis in the corner. And there's another turnover by the Lakers.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
Atlanta making some changes. Hunter's checked in for Reddish. And it's Bogdanovich in for Jackson. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Bogdanovich. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's the Professor, defended by Young. To the middle, and finished off by Davis.
Like the sun rising every day, you can count on LeBron to have his head up scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Now, here is Young from deep. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get... And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from the Professor.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. The Professor out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. Davis finds James. The Professor. LeBron trying to free himself up. The shot's good from the Professor. That's now 26 points for the Professor. Atlanta's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Young dishes to Reddish. Hangs in the air. And it's Capella missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And I tell you what, AD is able to brush off those defenders with ease because of how strong he is. That's what they call weight room.
Now, here's Reddish. He's covered closely. It's tipped.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Caldwell-Pope on the wing. And Young comes over to help. Outside, Davis. Down low. Kicks it out to James. 5 to shoot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. LeBron's got the lead up to 5 now for the Lakers. The Hawks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't. .153 left in the third. Hunter grabs the miss. Hunter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Passes it to Young. The 3 ball. Rebound by Harrell.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Young with the steal. Shoots from the line. They get the rebound. Okongwu's shot is good. Okongwu's now got 4 points in the quarter. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Hawks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
And the Hawks making a change here. Collins is checked in. Davis is checked in for the Lakers. LeBron comes in for Kyle Kuzma.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from the Professor.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Young looking it over. Pass to come. From deep 3-point range. Action coming off the assist from Young. Collins has got 9 points.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Young. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 15.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Fast break, the Hawks. And Bogdanovich kicks to Okongwu. 11 seconds left here in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. No good that time. Here's the Professor. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. It's Atlanta up by 4. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Leonard at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich out there with Jackson, and it's Capella in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Here's Horton Tucker. The Professor passes to James. Outside, Davis. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
Well, I tell you what, it's rare that you see a big man with offensive skills like Davis has. He is a talented, rare player.
It's Jackson with the drive. Collins throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And they got to bring the double team on it.
Caldwell Pope, who's checked in for the Lakers. The Lakers trail. Here's the Professor. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Atlanta's shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. No good on the triple.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Here's Davis. Drummond trying to get himself free. Davis with the bucket. Davis has got 11 points here in just the second half. Jackson looking around. And there's the pass to Collins. Over Davis. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's the Professor. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Clint Capella.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Reddish, he's checked in for Atlanta. Young comes in for Bogdanovich.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He said, we're getting some looks on the 3, but we're not connecting. But don't get frustrated. He told them it's a game of ebbs and flows. Keep shooting with confidence, guys.
Now, Oh, here's Reddish. Covered by LeBron. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 13-3 run. The professor passes to Davis. To the middle. Pass to the professor. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And now a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Young against Davis. Yep, it counts.
An effective multi-dimensional scorer. Young is incredible at turning on the Jets when he's feeling.
LeBron passes to the professor. And the layup's good off the glass. The professor's got 38 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been off.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
The Hawks trail by 13. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
You know, winning that championship as you did, great for UNLV. Many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. I was championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Oh, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Didn't miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, ouch. And he makes that one.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Lakers.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
Yeah, I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And playing this team only twice on the year, yet you have to feel good about their strategy and execution. Tonight, they complete the season series sweep against the Hawks.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the professor.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Shots good from Young.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
The professor passes to James. Here's Davis. Here's the professor. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Now Young. Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, your smartphone, or your computer. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Oh my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
What a play!
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And Capella over to help. Pass to Caldwell Pope. And a miss there on the triple. An even 3-on-3 break. Young with no one around. A three-pointer is right on target.
Just a threat to score off the dribble. Young is crafty at assessing the defense and exploiting it.
LeBron kicks to Drummond. Pass to Caldwell Pope to the inside. The professor laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For
What's his name? Old boy.
Old boy.
Yeah, it's great.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The start. Well, the weekend obviously isn't. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. The professor out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Drummond in at the 5, down low. And for Golden State, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Eric Paschall out there with Weissman. And it's Wiggins in at the 3, the small forward. And now that we have some time away from it, Steve, how strange and wild were the NBA playoffs in the bubble?
You know, Kevin, having players see each other in hallways while going to battle later that night was definitely different. Spending that much time together. We'll eventually look back and view it as one of the most interesting times in the NBA history.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Curry, good.
We know this about Steph Curry. He can hit it from anywhere, outside, inside, in between.
The professor passes to James. Lakers working the ball around now. Here's the professor, guarded by Curry. And it's good once more. Nice make there from the professor. The professor's got 6 points. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to Toronto.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, tough environment. They were right there, but just missed some key shots.
And you know, so often, that's what it comes down to. Who can convert when it matters most?
Now here's Davis. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Shots good from the professor.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Curry. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Raptors in Toronto.
And he really made an impact defensively. His 4 steals were huge.
And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. The professor passes to Drummond. Inside, here's the professor. And here is Curry. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Wiggins, left side. Pass to Thompson. Here's Paschall. And it doesn't even draw iron. Lakers leading by 4.
And because of the versatility, Paschall is a guy you can kind of plug into almost any lineup.
Has just enough length, GA, and strength and skill in shooting. Doesn't stand out in one area, but as a whole, he's a difference maker at both ends.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he's there at 71 from the line this season, probably below where you'd like to see him.
Andre Drummond's game has to improve at the free throw line if he wants to be a go-to player.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And again, the Lakers no good.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
It's the kind of shot that gives hero ball a bad name and causes your coach to consider another line of work.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
James outside. Caldwell Pope passes to the Professor. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. The Professor's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He's actually more concerned with Anthony Davis's defense than anything. Coach said,
shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
That's good from Harrell.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Collins is out there with Eric Pascal. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Smith in at the point.
I'll tell you what, he just brings that Mamba mentality, if you will. When he's got a chance to attack the rim, boy, he just goes to another gear.
They get it back. That's tipped. Here's Horton Tucker. Passes it to the Professor. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Back to Curry. Over Drummond. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Stephen Curry.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Drummond trying to get himself free, and that one's good by Davis. Davis has got his first points of the night.
Nice body control. I like that Davis kept his composure after taking the hit.
Now here's Curry. Defense is right there. Pulls up from the corner. That one doesn't go. And the Lakers take it the other way. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they've just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
What was beautiful, it was a tremendous game plan coming in. You saw the execution and you saw the results.
And the Professor picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I like the way Klay now studies a defense and makes great decisions with the ball.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in San Francisco.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
They generated second chance opportunities on one end, preventing them on the other end. That was the story of the game.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Pass to basket. And he makes good on the layup. Wolves got 5 points now in the quarter.
You can tell Clay's played in an offense that emphasized spacing and ball movement.
And it's Davis with the jam.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
On its way from Curry for 2. The Lakers with the rebound. Drummond's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The shot's good from the Professor.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Warriors trail by 15. Now here's Curry. 9 points in the game so far. Unloads. And the shot no good, a bit short.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Professor in that last outing against the Hawks lit up the floor. He had 44 points, and it seemed like every shot he put up was going in. That's how dialed in he was. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, that's what it means to be unselfish, putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants to come away with the W.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first one falls. Dennis Smith, he's checked in for the Warriors. The Lakers also making some changes. Harrell, he's checked in for Davis. And Kyle Kuzma's subbed in for LeBron. To the paint, here's Weissman. And finished off by Weissman.
And no doubt Smith has the vision. When one of his guys has a clean look, he's quick to get the ball to them.
Here's Kuzma. The Warriors pull it in.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Smith. And the rejection by Harrell. Here's the Professor, and he uses the glass on the layup. The Professor's got 11 points in the quarter.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Bounce pass, Smith. Weissman the pass to Smith, and that one drops.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And the shot goes in. And that's 23 points for the Professor.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Smith. No good off the front iron. 3-pointers. Snell. Weissman with the rebound. Weissman's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Smith. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from the Professor.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Caldwell Pope out there with the Professor, and it's Drummond in at the center. Got a hand on it.
And a guy who blocks few shots, KCP stepping up and gets all of that one.
It's stolen by Curry. Wiggins with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Banked in off the glass.
And flashing some real toughness inside. Wiggins can finish plays that others simply can't.
Lakers leading by 14. Here's LeBron. He can't get that one to fall. Wiggins with some nice D. Curry deciding where to go with it. Inside, kicks it out to Wiggins. Rebounded by the Lakers. 17 points was their biggest margin. They host the Clippers after this game. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them.
And Caldwell Pope, explosive off the floor. He can catch you unawares with his dunking.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Outside Curry. Fires for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a 13-point game.
And you just got to love Steph's passion for the game. Even his pregame workout has drawn attention.
GA, let me give you this little story. One time in high school, he got so pumped before a game, he actually hurt himself. He jumped up, hit his forehead, and had to get stitches. The man just loves to play, and he loves this game.
And Thompson kicks to Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock. Lakers leading by 15.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Curry on the wing. A 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
LeBron passes to the professor. And they double up Davis. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
And so it's Golden State with it. Warriors trail by 14. Outside Curry. And Thompson kicks to Curry. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Andre Drummond with the wingspan of 7'6". It's going to be hard to get it over him.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how close... 1:16 left to play in the third. A professor shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
Now here's Diallo. He's tightly guarded. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Diallo's got 7 points in the game.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
And he gets the bucket. And the Lakers lead by 20.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
The feed to Wiseman. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. He's got 9.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Lakers working the ball around now. Gasol trying to free himself up, and it's Harrell missing.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Smith with a wide open look. No good on the 3.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Here's Diallo. No good there. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Lakers lead by 18. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Rollins. Then there's Wiseman, and it's Diallo in at the shooting guard. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Offensive rebound. Harrell, that's good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Poole. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Lays it up off the glass.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope outside. Now the pass to the professor. Harrell with it. The shot from the low post is good. Harrell's got 4 points this quarter.
Dominating in the scoring column. Something Harrell can do for you now.
Pass to Wiggins. Now Pascal. He dishes it to Thompson. Passes it to Rollins. Shot clock at 6. Here's Curry. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Curry's got 20 points.
Stephen Curry is great off the dribble, but he also is good at the catch and shoot.
Dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
To the wing right side. Nobody near Pascal. Misses the 3.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Nice shot by James.
The indestructible one. LeBron brushing off contact for the easy deuce.
Here's Curry with the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 23 points in the game.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Basket counts, and the Lakers lead by 20.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Wiggins passes to Pascal. Outside Curry. Rebound by Harrell. Lakers leading by 20. The shot's good from the professor. 34 points for the professor.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
With the teardrop, Curry can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. And they pick up 2. The professor's got 13 points in the second half. Timeout called the Warriors. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Wiseman's checked in for the Warriors. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Davis is checked in for Harrell. Wiseman kicks to Thompson. Outside Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 5th assist in this one. Los Angeles leading by 21. Davis, the pass to the professor. Outside for Davis. Well, players now, Steve, seem to have a lot more power to demand a trade. Talk about what that does for the future of small market teams.
You know, Kevin, I think, let's be honest, it makes it tougher for the small market teams. The one solution, I think, is if you have a team that is very close-knit, if you get the right superstar and he's happy, if you have a chance to maybe win a championship, that keeps those stars in place.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch, looking to rack up points in chunks.
Curry with the bounce pass. Thompson, and another basket for Golden State.
Good read by Clay. You get the sense he can do this anytime he wants.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And so it's...
Now Curry. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And we'll see you next time.
What's his name? Old boy.
Old boy.
Yeah, it's great.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Let's get it. Been hit it. Yeah. I be counting so much that my hands tired. Never scared of high stakes like a vampire. I be like a campfire. No, I'm not in the. My hands tied. I'm that guy. You be saving them. You a flash drive. Tell them I ain't wasting no time. Put that pen to that pad like a scan truck. I be counting so much that my hands tired. Never scared of high stakes like a vampire. I be like a campfire. No, I'm not in the. My hands tied. I'm that guy. You be saving them. You a flash drive. Tell them I ain't wasting no time. Put that pen to that pad like a scan truck. Man, I'm minding my business. My franchise. I've been like I'm mankind. Man, you think you can beat me? I'm live, man. These losing their mind. Man, this and this sweat every line. Man, I seen it for real with my eyes. I could look like a lottery. Grand prize, but I'm probably the humblest. I ain't really type that will speak on it. I walk on a beat, put my feet on it. It's easy to, I don't reach for it. Then I kick back like it recoiled. Y'all hating a lot. Swear they be faking a lot. I stray away from the ops. They like to fixate, they just like my mixtape. They can't wait for the drop. Been counting so much that my hands tired. Never scared of high stakes.